Scorpio, this is your weekly reading. Let's see what we have for you. Are you lonely? What's happening here? It's like no one is meeting your expectations. You have so many options, but you're not satisfied. You've been cutting off people left and right because they're not meeting your standards. You want to find someone, but it seems like you can't find them because no one is meeting the fucking minimum requirement of the partnership that you seek. And it feels lonely because you keep being disappointed by the options that you have. And you're like, is it really that hard to meet my expectations? Is there something wrong with me? Am I asking for too much? Like, in a way, you feel bad for being you, or you feel bad for wanting more, for asking for more than the minimum. I'm hearing someone say, maybe I'm meant to be alone. That is a sad thing to say to yourself, you know. Don't go there. Don't go there because, baby, you have a new beginning coming your way when the time is right. Wheel of Fortune. You have a new beginning coming your way, but the past needs to go first. Scorpio, the past needs to go first. Whatever beliefs that you have from the past, whatever type of beliefs that you've discovered, accumulated over the years from your past experiences need to go. Because these beliefs are false. In a way, you're making the judgment or prejudgment before something happens because of your past. So you're judging situations based on past experiences. And that's where you could be going wrong, because you could judge a book by its cover doing that. So in many ways, this is telling you be careful, because you could be judging too fast because of past experiences. Okay. Whew. Instead, work on the things that come to mind. When you are triggered, I always like to say, find out why you were triggered in that situation, with that particular situation. Because if you find why you were triggered, that's where you know that you need healing. And yes, it's not all situations, I know. But most of the situations that hit hard without any logical explanation is a trauma response. When you find where that trigger is coming from, you start healing it. When you heal it, you get rid of it. Because that's what healing is. Like, once you start that healing, you will think less about what triggers. You will be more open for love. You will be more open to attract the right kind of love for you, instead of the same faces that are attracted to you because of your trauma. Heard of trauma bonding? There you go. Trauma bonding is you recognizing another trauma in another person, and they recognize another trauma, and you bond, where you complete each other's trauma. Instead of doing that, fix your traumas first, or heal, I should say, not fix, because it's not like you fix it. Heal the traumas that are being triggered by situations, so that when you meet someone that is worth your while, you already are on a good start. Because I see that there is a new beginning for you, but it's like, it's not being delayed, but it's only waiting on you to fully heal the traumas that are coming from the past, so that when you actually meet someone that is good, you don't fuck it up. Okay? It's like the traumas that I speak of is our thoughts and beliefs and feelings. So the triggers will come from these three. If you like, the triggers is basically a freaking a cry for help. A trigger is a cry for help. If you think of it that way, next time you have a trigger, think of it that way. Okay, so I have a trigger. Where's it coming from? It's trying to tell me something. This trigger is trying to tell me something. This trigger is a sign for me to go in depth and see its meaning. What is the meaning of this trigger? Okay, so it's coming from this trauma. Why is this trauma still there? Okay, so it's there because of that. Why is this blah, blah, blah? So this is literally how you get rid of or heal trauma. The trigger is a sign for you. It's like a navigation. It's your compass. When there is a trigger, there is healing to be done. And yes, I mean, you will hear the healing thing over and over again. If you are sick of hearing it, it's because it's consistently or persistent in your energy. It's persistent in your energy. And you know when people say you heal and then you're good for life? Bullshit. Healing is a constant thing. Healing is part of living. Every time you go outside the door, you get traumatized without you even knowing it. Because your brain is trying to protect you. You could be traumatized, you know, it's like, you know when people say, oh, you got traumatized, it must be from your past lover, blah, blah, or your family, blah, blah. You can get triggered, or you can get traumatized, I should say, by simply watching the news. That's trauma. You can traumatize yourself watching the news. Did you know this? Because it's fear-mongering. When there is fear, there is stagnation. When there is stagnation, there is suppression. When you suppress something, it becomes a trigger later on in your life. Even later on in your day. It can be this quick. So healing is non-stop. Healing is a living thing. Because we're not perfect, are we? But we can try. We can be always better. That's the main thing that we should focus on. We can always be better. So healing is a non-stop energy. Whenever you find yourself triggered, don't be like, oh, not again. Here we go again. I have to do the healing. It's a constant thing. So don't be harsh on yourself for being triggered, for recognizing there is trauma. Take it easy on yourself. We all have them, even the best of us. I work on healing every day. I lost my shit yesterday at work, and I'm okay with it. Fuck it. It happens, you know? But I also recognize that I got triggered. Why did I get triggered? This person triggered me because of this, that. And I needed to check in with myself. Maybe there's more healing to do. Maybe my ego stepped up. Maybe. And this self-talk is not toxic. It is for your own betterment. And hopefully this gave you something to work with your own triggers and with your own trauma responses. Best of luck, Scorpio. I will see you soon.